forward too quickly.
Aw.
Jenny.
I'm sure the people you serve appreciate it, Jeannie.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I wonder why she had left it. I'm like, God, this club is doing it before. Why is she leaving?
All right.
This is Jackie from Astoria. I just want to let everybody know we're having a car show fundraiser for the longest day on June 24th. As soon as I have a flyer, I'll make sure to share it with you all.
Wonderful.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Thank you, Jackie.
Oh, who's that? You have somebody?
That's me, Crystal.
Okay, go.
Jackie, we need to talk. I want to put the Flintstone car in your car show, if that's okay.
Yes, definitely.
How fun.
You have to tell us more about that when we go to announcements, Crystal. I want to hear about that. Okay, so welcome to our Oaks meeting for May 26th. And we're so excited to see everybody here in person and everybody here on Zoom. Thank you for coming. Just a reminder of our mission and vision and how this networking group can provide value to our seniors and also to their adult children. We are here to proactively serve and educate each other in pursuit of synergistic solutions for seniors and their adult children. Our vision is to create a unified senior resource team to support each other's and the seniors we serve. And our values are integrity, synergy, service, and collaboration. And I just want to remind everybody, if you haven't already turned in your information, your contact information to Amy, do that because we're creating a service provider roster. We think that that would be super beneficial. I guess I should look down here. I'm looking up here. We think it would be super beneficial to have that on Facebook. Maybe post it once a month, just so that as we grow our social media presence, that people can know that that's a resource. So maybe if they want to share that content with somebody, then they can share it on social media. Hey, come check out this Oaks group. There's a list of service providers. So we really think that'll be a great way to try to kind of organically get our messaging out there that we are a resource for our community. And I'm so excited talking about social media. We grew 33 members last month. Congratulations, everybody. We went from 166 up to 197. So 3 more people and we will hit 200. So let's do it. Let's push through and get it over 200.
Brenda's gonna put us over the top by the end of the meeting.
Yeah, our goal was 200 for the year. Oh, good morning, Anna. Our goal was 200 for the year, so we're only 3 people away from hitting our goal. And July 1st is the official halfway mark. So we are definitely doing a great job. So let's raise our goal to 300 by the end of the year. We can do it, right? If we went from 200 to 300, or yeah, 100 to 200. Sorry, if we went from 100 to 200, we could go 2 to 3. So let's do that. I'm super excited. So do we have Tommy?
That's
Um,
me.
Hey, hello.
I'm a girl.
She's stuck in her menu right now.
I didn't see a name back. Sorry.
I forgot it.
All right, so we have Tomi Silva from Connected Living, who will be doing a presentation today discussing waiver options that are available for in-home assistance. Awesome. Welcome.
You're like,
Did you know that's what you're talking
yes,
about?
I do. I have it all right here. I do. Hello, everybody online and here. Hello. My name is Tomi, and I have been an RN for 22 years. I moved here from Ohio 4 years ago. And so I've learned a lot working here in California. It's a whole different world. A whole different world. Who knew, right? But I think everybody needs to know, like, everyone has a why they do what they do. And when I first moved to California, I found out that my mother was diagnosed with cancer, and I had taken on a contract job, and so there was no way I could get out of it. And all they told my family was that there's nothing, you have to take her home. She can't go to a nursing home, she doesn't need skilled rehab, she doesn't need anything. And so they sent her home. She couldn't walk, she couldn't take care of herself, she couldn't feed herself, she couldn't do anything. So my sister had to stay with her and take care of her. So in my opinion, that's the most horrible thing that you could ever do to a family, is be like, good luck, have fun, you know, take care of it, figure it out. I know you might have bills to pay, but you're gonna have to quit your job and take care of your loved one because nobody else is going to. And it wasn't, hey, can we help you find help? Hey, can we do this? How can we? It was, sorry, she can't stay here. She has to go home. So I've decided that in my career, it's, you know, as a nurse, you can do anything. You can, I mean, the nursing jobs are ridiculous, but I've decided that it's important to figure out how to help people, whether they're at home or they need a place to go to. So that's my why. That's why I do what I do. So I work for Connected Living, and it is a congregate living home. It is classified as a CLIF. I don't know how familiar people are with CLIFs, but they're not very popular up here in Northern California. They're very popular in Southern California. But we're an 18-bed congregate living home. We can never be larger than 18 beds. We take care of, what I like to tell people is we take care of medically fragile people in a home-like environment. So at home, when you walk into our building, it looks like a house. Like from the front, we're not allowed to have a sign that says who we are or anything. We are in a neighborhood and it just looks like a house. It's a big house.
When I first went, I'm
Yeah.
like, what is this?
Yeah, like, and it looks just like a house.
And it's in a neighborhood.
Yes. So you would never know. You would never know by driving by it, anything like that. But we do everything that everybody else does. We have 24-hour nursing care. We have 24-hour CNAs. We have housekeeping, dietary activities. During the day, we cook all of our meals there. We take care of trach, expense, everything. So it just depends on the need. Mostly it's people who wish that they could take their loved one home, but they really can't. There's no way that they could take care of them. So they end up in a place like ours. Now the sticky, tricky part is, how does somebody pay for something like that? It is not Medi-Cal or Medicare. We don't take those payer sources because that would then put us more in like a SNF, long-term care kind of thing. So we are private pay. We are letters of agreement with insurance companies, and then we also do a waiver program. So a lot of people don't know what the waiver program is. So I don't even work for the waiver program. I don't work for any of those people. It's a government funded program, but I am like the biggest proponent advocate for the program itself. So the program, it's called the Hcba waiver program. It's been around for 15 years. It's for low income people who are on Medi-Cal. And if you have IHSS, you should be able to get onto the waiver program. So the program not only helps for somebody to come to a place like ours, but it helps at home. These people can use this program at home. So when I go out and I market to hospitals and facilities and stuff, I explain to them, they don't necessarily have to come to me, but if they're going home, why shouldn't they be on this program? It helps, the program was set up to help people stay in their homes and to avoid going to hospitals and facilities and that kind of thing. There is multiple agencies across California. We put together, my business office manager, Sheila, put together a map. And so it is, I don't know if y'all can see that, but you guys can pass this around. It's a map of like all the agencies in California and which, like where you would land, which county you are in. There's different agencies. So you would have to fill out different applications. So I have all the applications. I have, like I said, Sheila put together that amazing map that helps me know where, you live and which application I can help you with. And again, I don't work for these people. I don't work for any of these people. But when I did talk to Libertana, which is the group that takes care of Stanislaus County, when I talked to them, he said there's 1,800 people on the program and it should be double that. So if there is the ability to help more people, then why aren't we pushing this? The applications are seriously not that complicated or long. There's like the Libertown application's like 4 pages long, but it's just asking what kind of care your patient needs, and if they would be appropriate for the waiver program. The other thing that the waiver program provides is they provide the in-home care, the whatever care, the nursing care, the caregivers, that kind of thing. So they can, and like I said, because I don't work for them, I have no idea what reimbursement is, but they gave me a number of a lady who you can call if you want to be a waiver provider for like your home cares and your things like that. So I do have a number if you want to be a waiver provider. They said that there's lots of business for that. Like I said, I don't know what the reimbursement is. It may not be amazing. I don't know. But I'm just trying to get, like I said, help for people who need it. And since nobody else is going to come out and talk about this program, I've made it my mission to do it. I've made a PowerPoint on how to, what it is, what the waiver is, how to fill it out, that kind of thing. And anybody who would be interested in any of the information, you can always reach out to me. You can email me, you can call me. I have all of this stuff electronically, and so I can just shoot it right over to you. And I can help you. Like I said, it doesn't have to be for me or my facility, because I'm currently full. So yeah.
Yeah, but this is really interesting. It was a couple of weeks ago at OAC in Stockton at Del Monte. They talked about this exact program, and I had lunch with them last week, and they're like, we were going to do some combined education, some, lunch and learn type things, this of course is in San Joaquin, and I think we should possibly do this in Stanislaus as well, because there's a need in both places.
Yeah.
To really educate people on what's out there, because we do have these groups of people who don't have the money, whether it's Alzheimer's or whatever.
Yes.
And it's so important that families know overall that this is
An option.
So I know that's what we're looking to do in San Joaquin County, with Del Monte. So maybe we should think about possibly partnering and doing something like that in Stanislaus as well, because I mean, gosh,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's such an opportunity. We have so many people that need. I mean, I get calls every day, and it's like people don't have money to really do what they feel. Oh, it's crazy.
Super expensive.
Crazy expensive. And people are under they think it's like, oh, that waiver program, there's a long waiting list. I'm like, oh, that's not how I felt. They didn't seem to think that there was this long waiting list when they were talking to me. It's like, we have all this opportunity.
It's much better now.
And
It used to be a huge, it used to take 6 to 8 months. It took 10 months to get one of my patients on.
So this is, this is the
but
kind
not
of,
now.
this is the kind of information we need, like, to put on the website and stuff like that, so people will know and know who to get hold of. But let's maybe possibly connect about doing,
absolutely.
I'll see them actually tonight at our event. So, maybe I'll mention to them and I'll bring your information. I'll say, let's partner. And if and if we do a PowerPoint for them, or you do a PowerPoint for you, we can collaborate and just do.
And I'm willing to work. Like I said, I work with all counties. We get patients from everywhere. So I work with all of the different agencies. We get them from the Bay, we get them from up north, we get them from everywhere, all my patients.
I mean, my experience is working and collaborating as a community with the team is so much better, because that gives the people the opportunity to do what's best for them, not have one particular thing. And so to collaborate with others, I think is a win-win for all our families.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think let's possibly talk about.
Yeah.
I'll, you know, this just happened last week in San Joaquin.
Isn't that
so-
funny? It just kind of lines up.
I- Exactly. It's like the universe telling us this is
Yes,
what we
this
need to
is
do.
what we need to do
So,
to help these people.
Yeah, so it's Jenna Silva at Del Monte, who's I'm working with. So
Okay, yeah, give her my information.
I will take
And,
it. Jenna.
yeah,
By
and
the
then-
way, I was at this other meeting.
Yeah, right?
Oh my gosh, it is the same last name. It is. How funny. I just think, oh my God, it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, anything to help, like I'm actually getting a patient today, my last bed, yay, cool. But he was on this program at home and his sister just is finally to the point that it's not enough help and she can't take care of him anymore. So that's, you know, she was getting 200 hours a month at home and that's just, you know, sometimes it's just not enough.
Exactly.
But I mean, if 200 hours is better than 0, you know, and it's an amazing way to help people and they need it.
Yeah, and this is good just because we are home care for Kaiser.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of patients that I do assessments for and I have to call assisted living. I have to get hospice involved.
Right.
And they can't always afford us. We're the gap, you know, to
Right.
make that connection with whoever's going to be able to assist with next. So this would be good. So our next meeting that we have with them, I can actually say there is a program also.
Yes.
Because we want to be able to help. The worst feeling is when somebody can't afford home care and you don't know what to do. You're trying to get assistance for them. You're trying to make all these calls and you come to a dead end. That's the worst feeling because consciously it's on your mind. It's like, okay, can we get a charity program going? Is there something we could do to get them placed? Is there anything we could do?
Right.
So I think this is phenomenal. This is really, really good for us to be able to also take, and I don't know if you've already been to Modesto Kaiser yet, but this is fantastic.
I've not. I have not.
Do you have a bullet point of information? So next time we get calls, if somebody has those things like, hey, so you can speak clearly on it and say, by the way, call whatever.
Yes,
You know.
I have a PowerPoint. I didn't print a bunch of them out, but if you give me your email, I will send it to you.
Also,
And if you send it to me, I'll send it out to everybody.
Oh,
so that
okay.
they can all
Okay.
get it.
Okay.
yeah, and
perfect.
just as an FYI, I just had this exact situation and I gave them actually a couple of things to call and it wasn't working out. And I went to Linda Lowe at Area Agency on Aging and they have hours and money available for people for in-home care that cannot afford it.
Right.
And why aren't these programs like
So,
talking?
so
to
I'm like,
people?
but
Yeah.
I had to make several calls before I knew that. So I'd like to have that in my arsenal when I do get the calls. So I can
Right.
give them the options that would work,
Right.
obviously work for them.
Right. And like I said, if anybody is interested in becoming a waiver participant, that you would, take that insurance, the waiver insurance. I have the name of the lady. Her name is Elizabeth Nunez. And her number is 818-221-1508. And like I said, I can always email it out to anybody who wants to be, because they need people who also, I know that, the Medicare and the insurances are the ones that are gonna pay better, but sometimes we
What about Carla?
take a couple.
Has she taken the information?
I don't know that I have talked to her.
Were you at Huntsburg Manor?
Yes.
That's a question from Anna.
Yes.
We have a couple of questions over here for you, Tommy. They just want to know if they can get information and we'll make sure that gets sent out there along with the application, if we could get a copy of that.
Yep.
And then Anna was wondering specifically about your facility and where it is located.
So the facility is Connected Living and it is off of Hauser Lane here in Modesto. I don't know where to look. I'm just like looking up there, like looking down here. Like, hey, how's it going?
I know,
It's a little plot.
And then I turn and see myself and I'm like, yes. So it's in Modesto. It's Connected Living here in Modesto. But I can send out, or if you ever want to come and stop by, take a tour, just let me know. And what was the other one? Can I get her information to share with my director?
And
Plus, we'll put it on our Facebook page.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we'll
Like,
get it on
here,
that.
take a picture.
Don't
Don't take a picture of me. Every time, I know, every time I FaceTime my grandchildren, they're always, they have taken a picture and I'm like, would you guys stop taking pictures? Stop it. They're so bad. But yes, so I can email everything to Amy and then she can mass
Perfect.
produce it, I guess. But yeah, anybody who wants to come out, see us, take a visit. We're getting ready to do some remodeling, so I don't want to do an open house yet. We're getting ready to remodel. But with that being said, I do have a question, like kind of want to throw it out there. We are getting ready to remodel our kitchen. And so we are gonna have to shut our kitchen down. What we're looking for is anyone who would be willing to maybe partner with us and let us use their kitchen. You know, maybe they would contract with us. We would, you would cook your regular meals for your facility and then help us, you know, we would come over, pick it up, whatever. We could work it out. Or if somebody has a catering company or knows of a good catering company, because we are like totally gutting our kitchen and redoing it and we still have to feed people. So we feed 9 people, 7 are regular diets and 2 are pureed. So I was thinking, you know, like if anybody was here from a facility that would be willing to partner or contract, and you know, I know Carla's on vacation.
In Canada.
Yeah. But I'm actually leaving on vacation Sunday. It's not really vacation. I'm driving across the country to pick up my daughter and grandchildren to move them out here. So well, I'll be gone for 2 weeks, but after that, we would be more than happy to have you at our facility and come see us.
Wonderful. Any other questions anybody has, either in the room or online? Just unmute yourself and start asking the question if you have any.
I don't have a question, but gee, it was a great introduction to what we need to know. And I'm very interested in receiving your information.
Thank
So
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay. All right. So we'll open it up for announcements. We'll start online. Anybody on Zoom have any announcements they want to share? Any upcoming events or information? Did everybody get it all out before we started? All right. Perfect.
Yes and no.
Is Priscilla with the hops for hospice?
Community hospice.
Community hospice.
So Crystal, tell us more about your little Flintstone cars. I saw it on Facebook.
Well, I ran into a neat couple at the car show at the chocolate festival, and they have a Flintstone car that actually rolls and 4 people can sit in it and you can pick it up and move it. And there were a ton of people that were taking pictures in this Flintstone car. And I saw a picture in the back that said, for sale. And I went, ooh, this would be a great introduction to grab some people's attention. So Ron and we raided our cookie jar in the cupboard and we bought the darn thing and it's sitting in our trailer. So you're going to see it come out at Alzheimer's events and car shows, and just to represent not only Alzheimer's, but the services that we all provide that need to get out there. And I'm listening to all the conversations of how important that is. And so this is how we're going to be supporting that in our journey.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. I love it.
Super fun.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for doing that.
We have to find a purple dinosaur.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am looking for one.
There's Barney. Remember Barney?
I know.
Are you gonna dress up like Wilma and Fred?
Was what was
Maybe.
oh my God, that was so funny.
Okay, anybody here in the room have any announcements, anything they want to share?
Silly
Of
question.
course.
I always have something to share. I'm the Alzheimer's Association, and I was hoping that Denise Davis was going to be on this call. Otherwise, I would have brought the June educational things that are going on, like all the virtual education that we have available, and I can make that available to you so you can put it on the website. There's amazing things that we do, and the ones this for June are in English and in Spanish. They're not only good for your families, but they're good for your incoming, your folks, your new hires and stuff like that, because we know that Alzheimer's and dementia is 1 in 3 is going to suffer with that. And these folks need special handling and special understanding. And we're here to make sure that happens. So we have all that. But the other thing that I have that I will make available, like I say, I thought Denise is going to be on here, so I would have brought. But they're doing a training for support group people to be in charge of support groups. We have our own support group that we do that goes through Kaiser, but there's a lot of facilities and stuff and people who want to do it at their own places. And so the gal who's in charge of making that possible and making sure all the right things are touched on and they're handled in a great way with knowledge and able to serve, she is doing a training. So I want to, we're going to make that available for, that's usually not available to everybody. So they're making that available. And of course, all that is possible because we raise money through the Walk to End Alzheimer's. I am the gas in the engine that not only does the education and awareness, but all the cutting edge research and everything that goes on is, is made possible for everybody in our communities through the Walk to End Alzheimer's. So Modesto's coming up September 17th. So if you don't have a team yet, this is about a community coming together and taking a stand. It costs absolutely nothing to form a team. Also, the thing that I think is most powerful, and I have a few of these as well, is our community partners and our sponsorship opportunities. This year, we're hoping to be at 100% like we were before COVID, which means we had over 1,200 people out there. And these are all families who are going through this journey. And in my opinion, they need to know who our community partners are. They need to know who the people are that they could come to for the help that they need through this journey. So it's like, oh, we need to, have the waiver people. We need to let them know there's different home health organizations. The amazing hospices we have. Thank you, Noble Hospice. One of our longtime sponsors. They have a team. We are so grateful to Brenda and Christina who have supported us, and they're out there and letting people know that they're there and that they care. This is the opportunity to let the community get to know you and get that relationship. So, these people are all with those flowers, most of them yellow, which means they're caretakers and family members. And this is an opportunity for you to for them to get to know you and educate and give them the information. So as they're making those hard decisions, and we know with Alzheimer's, things change and they need to be able to know who is there to support them through all these different changes. So best way to do that, of course, is through a team. Come out there with your shirts and stuff on, costs nothing to join. And the next thing, if you want an actual table to be out there, you need to be a community partner. Right here, and I'm here to give you information. The first deadline for our posters and stuff like that is the end of June, so that's quickly coming up. We've got newsletters and stuff that going out that are already enhancing the teams and the people that are supporting us. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I am here to help.
What day is the walk?
Saturday, September 17th.
Okay.
And if nobody has a team and wants to join a team, you guys can join our team. We have these little lovely, like how you see at Costco, if anybody wants to donate, you can just write your family name, anybody that your loved one, and we're going to just start to put them up all along the community. Any businesses that are willing to come and help support, we're going to leave them. So if anybody sees them, wants to purchase one, it's whatever your heart desires to donate so that we can continue to give back to our community.
Awesome. Perfect. Wonderful. I was in Pacifica yesterday for their Wine Wednesday, and I went in the front door, and there's all the flowers just starting to add up. I'm like, yay, Kim! I know, Kim! Pacifica is another one of our sponsors. They're just so lovely. Gosh, anybody who missed that was amazing.
I was not feeling good yesterday.
The food and stuff, it's like, holy moly. Were you there? I didn't
missed
see you.
it.
No,
No.
it was so good. I had to leave early for a conference call, but man, I was glad I was there for the time that I was. Wonderful.
Cheryl, have you connected with Lisa over at Encompass at all?
I have. Last year,
And last year, well, no, there was, Encompass again is one of our, was one of our national teams, but because you're not, the issues last year were because you don't have because you're like a top tier in Texas, the way you're set up here is a little bit different. And the lady I was dealing with was actually lovely, but it didn't quite gel because there's some other things going on. But I will definitely connect again because, again, if you are a national team, you need to form a team. You need to have people on that team, and you need to do some kind of fundraising in order to qualify for your table. And you need to do that now because there's a deadline coming up. And then that gives you a table because you're part of the national people. I don't know if they have national teams on this particular one, but you're part of those folks, and your home office has said, we are going to raise $10 million as an organization. And in order to do that, if we have one of the in our area, you need to form the team, you need to have people on the team, and you need to fundraise. And I think the deadline is before August. Okay. But if you want placement and stuff now, I think the sooner the better because I'm taking care of that as we speak. So
I know for Comfort Keepers, we have our Sacramento office forming a team. We have our CalBRE forming a team. So we're trying to merge everybody just so we can attend the event for Stockton.
it
then
needs
also
to,
for
the
Modesto.
team needs to be in Stockton
Right,
and the team needs to be in Modesto.
right. So then that will be good for our Sacramento office, but we're also trying to just pull them just because that's how we've done it before. Because we're in different territories
Mhm.
that we own. So we're just trying to merge everybody for Stockton and then, because there's 2 different dates, right? For Stockton and then
Stockton is October 15th
October.
and Modesto is September 17th.
Correct. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're working on right now
Yes, it's like you need to join in Modesto and you need to join in
in
Stockton.
Stockton. Okay. Perfect.
Yay.
No.
Get a team, girl.
It's easy, it doesn't cost anything.
And bring a tent. 'cause
Well,
it's
our
gonna be
problem
warm.
is everybody has been there 20-something years for Comfort Keepers. So it's like, oh, so-and-so's taking this time off, taking this time off. And so we're just like, okay, let's pump the brakes. We want to do this event. So everybody's trying to move around their vacation, which is great because, that's how dedicated Comfort Keepers is trying to move everything so we can all attend one event.
But the thing is too, because with this is like, because of the timing of this, it's like, the cool thing is you can be part of a team and you can do it long distance. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we won't be there, but it's like, we've had a team and there's for some reason the 17th, Modesto is an interesting date. It's an important weekend for a lot of things other than our walk. But the thing is, it's like they're forming teams and they're raising money in hand and doing it virtually
Right.
because there's weddings, a lot of other things going on this special date. But you can still do that.
Yeah.
It can be done ahead of time. And of course, we want to be there on the day because that's what's really special. But if you can't, there's so many options. And if you have any questions, just call me. I want to work with you. We're only as good as our community partners. And those people who are there deserve to meet and know these wonderful people and know that they have options to do, for opportunities for whatever their situation. And we deal with a lot of people that don't have a lot of money, so these waivers and all this great stuff, and people like Noble who have a foundation and all that kind of stuff are so important that, they know that there's that availability beforehand until they're like, have no choice, now it's got their backs against the wall, which is awful.
Yeah.
So there we go. All right. Well, thank you. Anybody else before we wrap up? Okay, so just like Cheryl was just talking about, we're gonna have our next meeting June 23rd here at Noble Hospice at 10 a.m. We're gonna have Pacifica Senior Living. They'll be presenting and providing some of their amazing food. So don't miss it. We're gonna have some really great
Oh my
food.
gosh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, so we're super excited. So any upcoming, events or speakers that anybody wants to recommend to the group, just reach out to Amy either on our Facebook page or email her direct. And again, just keep that information flowing in. If you haven't gotten your contact information to Amy, on the services that you provide and your contact information so that we can have that roster ready to go for anybody who reaches out, okay? All right, thank you everybody for coming.
Thank you.
There's a
Thank you, everybody.
raffle.
Yeah.
Oh, raffle time, raffle time.
Oh,
Ah, okay. We have our bit of prizes. I'll let you reach in there. All right.
First thing in the morning. huh?
Tommy! Yay! You want the basket or the bottle of wine?
Well, I brought the basket. I'll
Oh,
take the
okay.
frame.
Oh, yay!
Oh, love it, love it. Okay.
Wow.
But before you draw again, do you have a card you want to put in?
I'm way too late to put a card.
It's okay.
But can you put that one in for her?
You're in there.
Sorry, I forgot.
That's okay.
Oh, it's me.
Oh,
Hey,
yay!
Amy.
Do you want the basket or the bottle of wine?
I'll take a basket.
All right.
Love it.
Super cute.
Oh, love it. Oh.
She's all look at everybody.
I'm gonna look at my basket, guys.
Yay.
Oh, all right. Here we go. One more, and you getting some wine, whoever this is.
Yeah,
right?
you're getting wine, whoever it is.
Oh, Noble Chris.
Right.
So you know, I have no idea how much you did that.
You know how much I whine.
Right. So exciting.
Oh.
Thank you, ladies, all so much for joining us. We sure appreciate it. I will email out information with everything that Tommy shared for us today. Thank you so much. Have a terrific Thursday. And we will see everybody next 23rd. And you want to be here in person because you will be so sad watching everyone eat delicious food.
Yeah.
So.
Hey. Can I have one of your flyers?